While we prepare for the logistics of the meeting in Victoria Falls, we need to be looking very carefully at what is happening on the ground, because in Zimbabwe, only 18% of wetlands are still intact. So what are the challenges? Where are the opportunities? Government has made important steps. These need to be strengthened. So the first thing government did was mapped out the wetlands in Zimbabwe. And this needs to be revisited. We need to do ground truthing and establish these are our natural infrastructure in Zimbabwe. It's around 3% of Zimbabwe wetlands. These are very, very important natural resources for water. This is our water sources. We are in a landlocked country, and many of the wetlands are small and fragile, and they are situated, they are headwater wetlands where the streams begin. So this is very important, and they all form high up and they flow downstream. And this is what's happening in our urban context in Harare. We are on top of our catchment, and the water flows downstream. Our catchment dam is Chivero and Manyame, which are a Ramsar site. So what happens in Harare is affecting the Ramsar site. We have two Ramsar sites within Harare. These are Cleveland Dam and Mernivale. Very, very important, for urban, sustainable development in an urban context, that we protect these Ramsar sites. What we're seeing, though, that there are lots of loopholes in the legislation. We need to protect our wetlands in policy. So we need to domesticate the Ramsar Convention properly. And what does that mean? In the guidelines with the Ramsar Convention, Ramsar sites and wetlands need to be nature reserves, so restored to their natural state, because those are critical ecosystems that provide ecosystem services, particularly water, filtration, etc. So this is natural infrastructure within the city, in Zimbabwe, in the rural areas, very, very important water sources. So domestication of the Ramsar Convention. The other thing that we can do, it's a low-hanging fruit. We strengthen the statutory instrument that was gazetted for ecologically sensitive areas. It's been done for Harare already. The gazetting is there. However, through the EIA process, you can still develop all over wetlands, and there are problems with the EIA process. So strengthen the legislation. These ecologically sensitive areas cannot be developed. They need to be restored to their natural state to provide water for the city. In the case of Harare and around other centers, Harare is not the only city that's being impacted by, it's being developed on its water source. There are other centers, Rusape, Gweru. It's an issue. And the other thing is that we need to be revising and re-looking at the EI process. It's flawed. The EI process should be for the protection of ecologically sensitive areas. It's not doing that. There are loopholes, there are issues. So those are the three things that we need to be doing. Domestication of the Ramsar Convention, strengthening the statutory instrument for ecologically sensitive areas, so that there's no development on wetlands, and then looking at the EIA process and strengthening the EIA process. And we've identified, where are the problem areas in the EIA process, and we are busy preparing a petition for Parliament to try and see if Parliament can follow through this through as well, and look at these issues, and then overall continue awareness of the critical importance of wetlands for water. Water is a major issue that we need to be focusing on. Water doesn't come from taps. Water doesn't come from artificial wetlands. Water comes from wetlands. And so this is the opportunity we have as we go forward to the Ramsar Convention. What the government has already done, it's co-sponsored a very important resolution for Ramsar. It's going to be discussed at the Ramsar Convention in July, and it's the resolution 23.18, looking at strengthening governance and management of wetlands, and looking at wetlands as protected areas and OSEMs. So this is a very, very important resolution that government has co-sponsored together with the UK government, that this will be debated at the Ramsar COP15. So there's already steps that are happening that government has done, which is incredible. It's fantastic. Let's take it to the next level so that we secure the protection of wetlands going forward post Ramsar COP15.